It should be obvious, but if you run up straight, your throw will be straight. And if your run up takes you diagonally left or right, your throw will stray left or right. For some people, it's helpful to stagger. The reason for this is I can bring my back foot behind my front foot seamlessly without turning the hips too far to the back. My toes are roughly in line with my front foot's heels, but if they are the same position, I may have to point my back foot too far backwards, over rotating the hips. You can see the camera turn backwards there. That's because the camera is getting taken away backwards as the hips rotate with the foot. We want to make sure that we don't over rotate as we reach back. This is a good example of backpedaling where I've over rotated and all I have left is muscling the disc or slinging it out with my elbow. I'm jammed. This is all I have left is from the elbow forward. Weak, bad positioning. Instead, you want to keep the hips still throughout the entire motion. Not too much rotation in the hips. It's all coming from the shoulders. This allows you to create space away from the body so that you can pull forward effectively. Next is the core. You want to make sure that your core is engaged. That way you keep everything tight. Generally, the positions on backhand that give you more power also give you more control, and the positions that give you more control also give you more power. Having the core engaged is definitely a more powerful and controlled movement. If you focus on turning the shoulders and coiling them backwards without turning the hips, you will start to feel your core engage. This would be an example of over-rotation where the core is not engaged because the hips have turned too far backwards. Ideally, you want to coil the shoulders, engaging the core. You don't want your head to be tilted or rotated too heavily in any one direction. It should be about 90 degrees from your target. I can't stress enough, this is the number one thing I see with beginners. Their back foot over rotates, their knees, back foot, or hips are too far backwards. They end up backpedaling instead of sidestepping. New players have a tendency to over rotate backwards, walk backwards, and then try to play catch up with the hips, rotating too far forward, too fast, mistiming completely. A good place to start if you're a beginner is to bring your arm up to about 90 degrees. Then bring the elbow in to about 90 degrees. And lastly, you're going to want to flatten that disc out so it's nice and level. Sometimes I call this the 90-90-90 because it's a 90-degree shoulder angle, a 90 degrees elbow angle, and then it's 90 degrees off your chest with the disc. If you were to take the run up out completely, it would be a one-stepper. This is a good place to start if you don't know how to do a run up. You'll start on your back foot and try to get your throwing arm and your front foot to extend outward approximately the same time so that your right arm and right foot straighten out roughly at the same time if you're ready. So I'm actually going to break down my own form here. I am human. I have my own errors that I'm working on. One is head position. This is something I struggle with. You'll see it a couple throws later. But my head really overturns. I can't keep it in a new. There we go. It's like 90 degrees tilted. It's super obvious that my head is way too rotated. I would like to keep my hips a little more perpendicular, little over rotated in the hips as a result of a lot of muscle memory throwing anhysers with distance drivers. Besides the head and the hips, I would like to see my brace better and more back foot engagement. Just remember, progress takes time. This is me completely blowing over my brace last year. You may not see progress right away, but enjoy the process. Try the stupid shots, find the crazy lines, and have fun. To recap, make sure your footwork brings you towards your target line. Do not over rotate the hips. Engage the core. Keep the head in a neutral position. And lastly, have fun. Enjoy the process.